Hi, and welcome back to Academy Wisdom and Success. I'm your host, Rocco Di Pietro, here from Europe, talking with you about cognitive behavioral therapy, wisdom CBT, which we are right now developing and improving the base of cognitive behavioral therapy. We are doing global online psychotherapy and motivational studies. And as always, in this time, with this increasing difficult times and with these hard times, we are offering a free appointment. Go to academyofwisdomandsuccess.com, and here on my page you get one-on-one online psychotherapy introductory 30 minutes, absolutely free, no strings attached, so we can work together and find out if we are a match for one another. So I will help you find the solutions to your problems that you might have in your life. So solutions to problems as depression, anxiety, and all the other disorders or negative emotions, negative things that is happening in your life, or maybe you have some problems, some bigger problems, smaller problem, but everything is solvable. So I'm here for you and waiting for your call. So you're welcome to join. Okay, but let us continue with our work that we are doing, trying to do every day. So last time we were talking about your calling. What is your calling? And we were talking about that your calling is actually the most important thing that you can have in your life. We were talking about how this energy in yourself and this forward motion energy that is pushing you forward, and it is important to follow it. It is important to actually get to know what it is your calling. And then we were talking about our purpose. What is our purpose? And our purpose usually is to grow, to become better, and to achieve our calling we need to become better. So if we grow, we become better day in and day out. And how do we become better? We get better by jumping over obstacles, or by conquering obstacles. I'm repeating myself intentionally because repetition is a matter of studying, so we are improving what we're doing. So our purpose is to become better, and our purpose is to achieve our calling and to find our calling. Because when we get in touch with our calling, we become stronger, we become better, we become more adapt to fight all the adversities that we find in our life. So then we moved forward, and we're talking about some powerful questions that you can use to improve your life. So how do you feel about making a difference in the world? It's a very important question. What experiences would you like to experience while you're here on this earth? And a very important thing to think about is about emotions. What emotions do you want to experience? Because we are after emotions. We are after the emotions that we want. For example, we do not want to buy the car, we want the feeling of having or owning that beautiful car. We want the feelings of having that beautiful car, or maybe we want the feeling of being appreciated. We want the feeling of other people looking at us, because let's face it, most of the times we as human beings are jealous of other people. We want to have the beautiful things that other people have. We become maybe sometimes we are greedy, sometimes we are fearful. So greed and fear are always in our lives and are pushing us in different directions. And because of fear, we get trapped in our comfort zones. And while we are in the comfort zone, we are seeking comfort, and we are creatures of habit. But there is one danger when we are in our comfort zones, and the danger is that if we stay too much in our comfort zones, we get to the end of our lives feeling the worst emotion. Can you guess what it is? I think that you may know. And the worst emotion of them all is regret. Jim Rohn said it well enough. He said that discipline weighs ounces, but regret weighs tons. So it is important to get outside of our comfort zone. But how does it feel? How does it feel to be outside of our comfort zone? It feels uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable because we are outside of something that we are usually comfortable about living. So the next question was, what inspires you? And I suggested that you should write down what does inspire you, what does give you this feeling of inspiration. Because when we are feeling this feeling, we are better at dealing with situations with our life. So better at dealing with situations and building relationships. And relationships are the most important part of our lives. And the older we get, the more we feel that. And of course, we're talking about inspiration, inspiring ourselves and inspiring our people. Very important. Inspiring ourselves and other people. Very important, very important. So, and if you were to live from your heart, what would you do? Another question, maybe a little bit difficult, but very important nonetheless. What would you really do if you had that option? And for now, let us continue with cognitive behavioral therapy, so CBT. And I believe that the last time we were talking about emotional, we were talking about discarding the positive. So today we're going to talk about magnification. What is magnification? Or maybe catastrophizing. Usually catastrophizing. Okay, usually what happens? So usually we have some bad thing happening in our lives. So the usual things that are very hard to grasp and to accept are, for example, losing a job, especially maybe even more in Europe, because we as human beings identify ourselves with our jobs. We identify too much, and you could see that because we usually say, "Hi, how are you? My name is, and I am a," for example, lawyer, therapist, doctor, pharmacist, whatever. Maybe you are engineer, maybe you are astronaut, whatever. So we identify with that too much, and usually you are a lot more. So you are a lot more. And when something bad happens, for example, divorce, losing a job, financial problems, we tend to think about the future. We tend to think about the things that may be happening, and usually we say that this problem is the worst thing, for example, that could happen to us. And at that times it is very much important to think about the reality of things. So we were saying that we should think as objectively as possible. As objectively as possible, we should think how to think objectively and look at this situation how it is. So think about it. So divorce. Well, usually we get some bad thoughts. For example, if you suffer from anxiety or from depression or from anger, too much anger because of the divorce, usually the problem is not in the situation itself or in the moment itself. It's because we have thoughts. So thoughts creates emotions, and when we have this emotion, or when we have this thought or a certain thought, we get a certain emotion. So having, for example, financial problems, the thought can be, okay, I will get back up, maybe this is an opportunity, and when we're going to say that, we usually will feel okay. But when we start to think some bad thoughts, for example, like this is the end, I will never recover, these thoughts will give us anxiety or maybe even panic, and this all comes from our perception of the world, our past experiences, and especially from our beliefs. And that's why it's important to change the belief. And when we change the belief, we change the emotion, and then we get to feel the real emotion. So essentially, when we change the belief, we change the emotion, and then we get to feel the real emotion that we're supposed to feel. So if we have, for example, depression, but let's talk about depression. So if you're going one step further and you say, for example, I am broke, I will never get another job, I will be homeless, this is magnification, I am worthless. But when you say I am worthless, or when you say to yourself, or you have a belief that you are worthless, you will feel depressed. And the more you believe this thought, the more depressed you will be. And the solution is to use these special cognitive behavioral therapy tools. One is cognitive behavioral tools is the foundation of our research and our the thing that we are doing. So this new methodology that we are developing and these new tools that we are using with our clients to improve their lives. So we take cognitive behavioral therapy, we use all of these tools with our clients, then we add ancient wisdom and ancient techniques from ancient philosophers and healers and so on. Then we use the power of modern science. We use, for example, the WOOP methodology. We use growth versus fixed mindset. We use grit for managing the dark world, and so on. So we use all the methodology that is available to us. So we have a strong toolbox to help you improve your life. And then we have still some Eastern traditions, and we're combining all of them to have a strong armamentarium to help you with your life. So I hope you found some interesting information right here today. tomorrow I would like to talk about developing these thoughts further and how to show you how you can improve your moods by yourself and how you can help your life too. Please, if you can, like us, push the like button, and until next time, be safe, be free, and have a great time. Thank you for listening. I appreciate every one of you listening to this message. Bye bye.